All right, good evening, everybody. We're back here at the Indian River County Emergency Operations Center. I'm Eric Flowers, Major with the Indian River County Sheriff's Office and Acting Public Information Officer for the county and emergency operations at this time. Just want to give you a little bit of a forecast update based on what we saw in the 5 p.m. update. And again, all this has been shared on our social media and shared out on email blast as well as text messaging. So we hope folks have signed up for that and they're getting those regular updates. Based on the information that we received during our 5 p.m. update with the National Hurricane Center in Miami and the National Weather Service in Melbourne, we see no significant changes to the projected path of Hurricane Dorian. Indian River County remains on alert, and residents are encouraged to remain vigilant despite the storm stalling over the Bahamas. We will continue to monitor the storm overnight and provide updates as necessary. Residents should begin experiencing tropical storm force winds in the early morning hours of Tuesday, September 3rd. Now, critically, as part of our update, we advise that we're closing the causeways and bridges at midnight tonight. And so we will continue to monitor that. At this time, it will be closed in both directions. So if you're planning on getting off of the island, you need to be off of the island before midnight. And those will stay closed. In the morning, we will make a determination on whether to reopen them until it is a time where we need to close them again, or we may leave them closed through the duration of the storm. We'll have to wait and see in the morning what that looks like before we make that call. Additionally, I want to talk to you about safe driving. We know there's quite a few folks that are out on the street right now. If you are out there driving, it's time to go home. It's 7 p.m. All the stores are closed. There may be one or two that's left out there, but we ask you to go ahead, get home for the night, spend time with your family, and enjoy this time before the storm comes in, and be safe out there. If overnight we do experience some decent winds and some trees and things start going down, please in the morning before you go out, look to us before you head out in the morning, because we want to be able to give you an update before you head out, because we are expecting that tomorrow we will be hit with tropical storm force and potentially low category 1 hurricane winds. So please keep your eye tuned in here, and we'll give you updates as we get them. I'm going to turn it over to County Administrator Jason Brown.
All right, thank you, Major Flowers. I'm County Administrator Jason Brown. Good evening. I just want to provide an update. So far, our count at the hurricane shelters is 730 people, along with 49 pets. That is at our 4 general population shelters, our special needs shelter, and our pet-friendly shelter. We have plenty of capacity, so anyone who is still in need of shelter, we have plenty of capacity to serve you. Want to go over a couple of things to start thinking about recovery. There may be loss of power. Want to remind all of our residents to stay far away from down power lines. If you see down power lines, you can call 911 and 1-800-4-OUTAGE. When it's dark out there, you don't know what's out there. There may be down power lines you do not see. We urge our residents to avoid those. Be safe. Also, as you lose power, folks use generators. Want to remind everyone to utilize your generators safely. Remind folks, safely store and transport fuel in authorized fuel containers away from generators. Install generators outdoors, away from windows, doors, vents, and other sources of fresh air for building interiors. Never operate a generator in a garage, please. Install your battery-operated carbon monoxide and smoke detectors. Turn off generators and let them cool before refueling. That can be a fire danger. So we want you to be safe if you're using those generators. Want to talk to everyone about, I know this has been a slow storm. It's been frustrating. I'm urging everyone to keep your patience. I'm very proud of how everyone has done so far. We've been safe. I ask you to do so, to continue that, continue to be safe, be patient, use good judgment, and just remain safe. We've had a safe pre-storm, and we want to make sure that we are safe through an event and through recovery. Thank you. Any questions?
I know that some of the wind gusts are starting to pick up now. Have any reports of any damages so far in the evening?
We've had some minor items that have happened, some power outages, things like that, but nothing significant to report. No injuries, no nothing like that.
Any idea the number of the power outages?
A handful. It's not been many. Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Any other pets other than cats and dogs that have showed up to the shelter?
I haven't had any reports of any. We'll check in with the shelters and find out, but so far we haven't had any reports of anything other than traditional pets.
Any curfews being implemented?
No plans for curfews unless we absolutely have to. The last 2 storms, we have not implemented a curfew. I think it was 2004 was the last time that we had a curfew in place. And unless we absolutely have to, we will not put a curfew in place.
What are you expecting from the beaches? I mean, some of the surf is really strong and choppy. What are you seeing there?
Yeah, we've already seen a significant amount of wave action and beach erosion. We expect significant beach erosion. One of the primary threats of this storm is storm surge. Particularly if that track is a little bit closer, the storm surge gets worse. We have been told we can have up to 4 to 7 feet of storm surge, depending on the track of the storm. So that can be dangerous to our beaches, as well as the Indian River Lagoon, and coastal flooding is a possibility due to that. So that is one of the main things that we're concerned about with this storm.
Any flooding yet?
We haven't had widespread flooding yet. You can see there's been significant wave action, and the water is high in the lagoon in a lot of places. You can see it's up to the level of docks and rising.
What areas are more susceptible to flooding in the county than others, would you say?
So we have our coastal areas. You'll see east of US 1 is our evacuation area. That's where we experience those coastal flooding. We can have it along the barrier island, but not just the ocean. It can come in through the inlet and along the Indian River Lagoon. Low-lying areas close to the lagoon on the barrier island and also on the mainland, primarily east of US 1.
And can you go over the numbers of the inside the shelter, the pets and the people?
Yes, we have 730 people and 49 pets in our shelters.
Just want to remind everybody that our hotline number 226-4000 remains active. We still are receiving calls, and we'll have that on all night. If anybody wants to call in the middle of the night, they've got questions, concerns, any Dorian related items are definitely to go through that 226-4000. Save our 911 lines, save our non-emergency sheriff's office public safety lines for those items. And if you've got hurricane questions, 226-4000, 772-226-4000.
Are there any other hospitals that are closed or considering closing the ERs that you know of?
No.
No.
Has anyone called with any kind of emergencies that they can't get out, that they're stuck or anything?
So far, everything's been smooth. No problems with folks evacuating. I haven't heard anything yet.
We haven't heard of anything
No.
in particular.
And you said sometime in the early morning that the storm, that we could experience tropical storm winds, anything?
Yesterday, we were saying that about 11 p.m. this evening, we would experience tropical storm force winds. We've had gusts. I mean, we've had some decent gusts out there, but sustained tropical storm force winds were supposed to be 11 o'clock tonight. With that stall that's happened, it will probably be in the overnight hours before we start to experience those sustained tropical storm force winds. Thank you. We'll be back with you in the morning. We'll get you an early morning update on the time based on how things go overnight. So we'll let you know early in the morning what time we'll be out.
Thank you.
Thank you.